But on another note, I want to bring up the topic of feelings, and I mean by feelings, romantic feelings. Romantic. I am probably, I don't know, it's one of those things where I'm like, well, I have this channel and friends are gonna see, but, so do take caution. This is your warning. You've got 5. What happened to 3? Or what happened to 4? Just kidding. Spaceballs reference. So I really have feelings for a friend of mine. A really good friend, actually. So I know you're probably thinking, like, what are you doing with your friend? Like, friends are friends, and, maybe you're just, what's the word I'm looking for? Transferring, feelings of friendship and transferring romantic feelings onto um, friendly feelings, friendship. And but I have to say, a little backdrop is I did ask this person out when I first met this person, and this person said no, and it was sad. I mean, hearing no is a sad thing, but at the same time, the way it was brought up was very thoughtful and sensitive and mature, compassionate and friendly. And looking back at the person that I was more than a year ago to the person that I am now, I've grown considerably and feel like, almost like the way I feel like going to Boston, but just here at home in Nashville. I felt nervous in my own self and, very needing that space to grow. So, it was I look back at it and I'm like, good job. Like, it was awesome that it happened the way that it did. So I definitely respected that decision, respect that person a lot. And I have to say, over the course of time, my feelings have gone to the side. I explored myself and grew and changed and challenged myself. And, for the past couple of years that I've not dated, I have to say that's been one of the wisest things that I've done. After having been in big relationship after big relationship and so on and so forth. So that's been great. So this is the first time where I feel synchronized with the idea of dating, or with dating rather, I should say, and where I am and what I can realistically give. And just another segue, I definitely think of dating as like a really, really, really a friendship where, there's like my idea of going out on a date and just kind of acknowledging feelings isn't necessarily about the conquest of the other person with their time, with their schedule, with their friendship, physical intimacy. Like, I feel like it's kind of like a acknowledgement to explore this facet of interpersonal connection and relationships. So for me, the idea of dating would just be like a friendship, but also like the idea of being independent, not codependent at all. Living separately, of course. which hasn't been the case in the majority of my long-term relationships. Like, but with that friendship, there's just that, like, look into each other's eyes where you know that you feel affection and you can just allow it to be and smile and embrace and just love more openly. So then pulling back, it's like I wouldn't expect anything from this person in the sense of, again, time or whatnot. My idea is like very, very little impact. But just, even time together, I don't think it has to be based on like doing very coupley things. Like everything has to be very intentionally planned out. It's just like, I like you. And it goes back and forth. And then just moments where it's like just the ebb and flow where it shapes itself. And even then, in that state, as things shape out, things aren't contractual in the sense that, like, because we are going on dates means that it's make or break. It's more like there's the freedom and the openness to continue developing individually and exploring our own selves individually. But at the same time, over the course of time, with those experiences and something happens. So for me, I can't necessarily draw out what the perfect or a more ideal relationship would be like, but I do know about like healthy patterns. I do know about what I need to do. I do know a lot and have learned a lot from my mistakes before. And I'm definitely millions of times more patient. So yeah. So I can go on, and I intend on doing that at some other point in time. But so yes, I do have these feelings, and I don't want to prearrange something and control the flow and be like, here are my feelings and I'm dumping them on you and this is the way things gotta be. But at the same time, I'm not exactly sure how to read this person. And when you have somebody who's also possibly, if in theory this person also had reciprocating feelings of affection, I know that this person is also guarded when it comes to relationships, as I am as well. So it's like, who makes the first move? So I don't know. It will be something, and that's something that I'll also be thinking about. And hopefully it all makes sense with time. But also on the other side too, it's if things aren't the same on both sides, I feel okay with that, of course. And I personally think it's flattering when somebody has nice feelings towards me. So it's nice. It's just like, okay, that's where the human heart can go. But I think I've said enough for now. But we'll see where that goes, and maybe sometime out of town will give me a little more clarity. But that is that, and I need to sleep, or at least pretend to. And yeah, so I'm so tired. Now I'm tired. That's tired. See that? That's tired. That's 9 hours of sleep in 3 days. Not good. So, yeah. And about this person, too. This person's really, really wonderful. And makes me happy a lot. And that's all I really have to say. And this person's really funny, too. And smart. Really, really smart. Definitely heart the sarcasm and off-the-wall sense of humor. So, yeah. Time for sleep. Sleep is good. Okay. Good night.